I have a lot of important farms in my hardcore world, like this gold farm, raid farm, chicken farm, XP farm, and this iron farm. But whenever I go to build something, my materials chests look like this. So if I want to create any more large builds in my hardcore world, I need a solution in order to never run out of materials. Starting off building the simplest and most basic farms, moving through the difficulty to the most powerful mining machines in all of Minecraft. But first we need a location for all of these farms, and I think this island will be a good spot, and for the stone farm we'll just build it right here. Boom, just like that. If we just steal our beacon from here and some iron blocks, and just like that. And now with the haste beacon, we instantly mine. And now we're going to make an auto crafter. We just need to dig down, crafter right here. And then we'll do some pretty complicated redstone. Fill this all back in. Now stone bricks are just automatically made, and do the same for smooth stone. And just like that, the automatic stone farm is completed. But after all of those redstone components, we don't have much cobblestone left. So it only makes sense to make a cobblestone farm. We just need to grab the materials. First of all, we'll just flatten this land. Now we'll build the farm. Why do you guys keep showing up? But I've had like 3 of you in the past hour. Now back to building. And now we place the lava. Why have you returned? But there's so many. I've just lost count. Like, why are you back? Now with the base of the farm completed, we can get started on the contraption which blows up all the cobblestone, in turn making the farm work. Why are you back? This is the 3rd time in 10 minutes. Why? Now let's just test that the farm works. Well, it looks like it's working. Only a few minutes, we've already got several stacks across many chests, and there's a ton in the hoppers as well. Now the cobblestone farm is completed. But while this farm solves a lot of problems, both of these farms have 2 major problems. This and these, crafted with a ton of wood. Now we just have 2 logs left. And in order to keep making these farms, we need a tree farm. We first need the materials. And now with all of these materials, we can eradicate this entire forest just like this. Now we need some dirt. Luckily, we won't have to be mining dirt for much longer, as a farm later in the video will solve that exact problem. Let's just terraform this area real quick, just like that. Can you just back away? Get out of here. Out, out, out. Oh, with that out of the way, and the sheep, we can now get started on building the tree mining farm. You come bearing gifts, it's no good stuff. For this entire farm to work, we need to build in an east to west direction, as otherwise some saplings won't be reachable. Start off by building this base. Now placing down water in every corner. Now building where the sapling grows, which also has the most important part of the farm. And now mine out all of this grass and make a little tunnel, make a bubble elevator for the items, and mine out the edges of this side to make it flow perfectly to here, and then mine out that one and that, and then build up this water elevator. And from here build a sorting system, and then build a redstone clock. Another extremely important sign, Now building an automatic bone meal dispenser. Now building the TNT duper. Now we just need to grab some bone meal to test out this farm. With the bone meal now loaded in, switch on the farm and turn on the bone meal. Maybe now turn on the bone meal. Yep. I see what the problem is. If we switch that on, we got to drop that and then switch it on, and now it should be working. And now if we just hold down right click, the farm is fully automatic, and in just 2 minutes we've got over 5 stacks of logs, which are not just helpful in crafting chests and hoppers, but also in our builds. With that successful run, this tree mining farm is fully completed. With that completed, we can move on to the 4th farm. And this next farm will solve the issue of needing a ton of sand or gravel for a build, like in my trading hall or my castle, my invincible chunk, and future builds that require materials like this. But first we need to grab the materials of leaves, smooth stone, hoppers, chests, repeaters, redstone torches, carpets, redstone dust, detector rail, lever, copper minecarts, dispenser, slime block, sticky piston, and sand and gravel, ton of TNT, a ton of pistons, and lastly, obsidian. Now if we grab our shulker box full of materials and craft some eyes of ender, we can search for the stronghold. Yeah, but actually we got to throw the eyes first. Now, let's just find the stronghold. It is right here. Now we just got to find the portal room. Finally, we've found it. Now we can fill in the portal. Now that the portal is filled in, we need to mine a lot of blocks all around this portal. Now we've mined out all of the sides, the first thing we need to do is break these end portal frames. Because the way the farm works, these are just in the way. And the way this works is we place a piston, obsidian here, a block here, obsidian there, block here, 2 TNTs, and then a lever right here. Change my keybind for place block to just something random. Now we flick this lever, and then we just... And now that is the first end portal frame broken, and now we do that 11 more times. Yes, it's done. But that is only phase 1. The second phase is actually building the farm. We're first going to start over in this corner, place a block, piston, some redstone, a repeater on 3 ticks, and then 2 blocks, a repeater, a block, redstone torches, sticky piston, more blocks, redstone, another repeater, another block, redstone, and yet another block, and then a lever and a piece of redstone. Oh, hang on, why does that stay on? That's 4 ticks. Yeah, I've already messed this up. Should be like that. Yes, it works. For now, at least. So now we switch that off. 3 pistons up here, 3 slime blocks, and 3 more, 3 leaves, and now it should be working. Yeah, I'd say it's working. Probably. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. Oh, do I have to rebuild this all again? Problem solved, but now let's build the rest of these before we jump into the end and build the collection system. And with that, all of the machines are completed. Now we need to go to the end, build a collection system. Place chests down, 2 hoppers, surround these hoppers with blocks to ensure that we don't lose any items into the void. And then we'll place down 2 carpet, and then do this for all the other sides. Now all of the other sides are done. We just kind of ran out of leaves, so that'll do for the time being. And now if we make our way back to the portal room, and now in order to make the farm work, even when I'm back at my base, we need to make a chunk loader. With the chunk loader now completed, that should mean the entire farm is finished. Just got to grab some gravel and sand. And now if we switch them on to try and go through, and now the sand and gravel farm is completed. Then for our next farm, we'll just grab some of this gravel and some of this sand, get some white dye, and then make some concrete. Now if we just place our concrete on, it should work exactly the same. And now we even have an infinite supply of concrete powder. But what good is an infinite supply of concrete powder if we don't have a way to convert it into actual concrete? Well, not so coincidentally, the next farm we're making is an automatic concrete converter. Although the first thing we're going to do is just terraform this area, fill in this ravine. Start off by building this abomination of a collection system. And then build the base of the farm. A border of leaves all around. And water on this side, oh, not in there, to ensure that the items flow directly into the hoppers. Turns out we need to waterlog these after all. And then a place for the TNT to blow up on, build up, and then leaves around here. Make a TNT duper. Bro, he has my shulker box. Yo, hands off. I actually need that. We just build a ladder and remove all the temporary blocks. That means this concrete converter farm is completed. Now for this farm, there's only one thing left to do, which is to go up here, turn on this TNT duper, hopefully it works first, which seems like it is, and now if we just start placing concrete, now if we turn it off, we can go down and see it's automatically converted into wonderful, just normal concrete. Whilst all of these current farms focus on the architectural side of builds, this next farm focuses on the practical aspects of these builds. Because this farm will produce a ton of fuel for my auto smelters in my base. I'm thinking just build it in here, but first let's like terraform this, just like this. And with that completed, we can move straight on to building the bamboo farm. First of all, we got to dig out this 20 by 28 box. And then from here, we can build where our collection chest is going to be. Place down the chest and then a full-on line of hoppers. Test that it works. And same on this one. Test it on this side as well now. And we've got 2 pieces chicken. And then we dig out 2 trenches. Fill them in with redstone torches. And then cover them up. And now go back and forth placing 4 powered rails, a ton of normal rails, and then 4 powered rails at the end, 19 more times. And now add 1 hopper minecart per rail. I think they're all working now. And now if we just fill all of this over back at the original layer, and now now we place glass around the entire farm, just like this. We're actually going to build a flying machine right now, which actually is used to cut down the bamboo, effectively what makes the farm automatic. A button to start the flying machine. Or through this, it automatically will set the farm off, a spot for the flying machine to just get sent straight back. Now, we just need to plant all of the bamboo. And just like that, every single bamboo is planted. But now we've got to wait for these to grow to at least that size. And now all of the bamboo is grown to the minimum size. Now we place water all along the edges. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Oh, hello, witch. Yeah, try me now. And the same on this side. And now all of the bamboo will be pushed back into the hopper area, but we've still got bamboo just flying out the sides here, so we've got to build this up. 5 more blocks and it'll make sure that like no bamboo wasted. Now the entire perimeter around the farm is surrounded with glass. We're going to turn all of this bamboo into bamboo planks and then place it on all of the corners. Strip it as well to make it a nice yellow. And now what I was thinking is put the slabs across the top, under it, do some stairs. It's not great, but I think it'll do. Now with the trims of the roof, we got to make an auto crafter. Because bamboo is like the worst fuel source in a furnace, but bamboo planks should have a higher fuel capacity. For this, we just place down an auto crafter, hopper feeding into it, add in another hopper fed straight into a chest, and this can just lead to a bunch of chests afterwards. But the problem is, it's just not auto crafting, and for that we just need a constant redstone pulse. It's just as simple as that. But now we're kind of like deep underground. So I'm thinking, what if we make a tunnel network? Make the entrance about here. And now with a wonderful entrance. Yo, I tried my hardest there. But now we have a ton of bamboo blocks, a place to come and collect it. And also, whilst building this happened. What? Yo, what? Full diamond armor. You're gonna sleep right next to me. Yo, I got the name for you. Frederick. Yeah. And with that, our entire bamboo farm is completed, which means we've only got one farm left to build. And luckily, we've already got every single material, which means we can finally get started on building the final farm. This next farm is going to be a terracotta farm to supply us with an even more vast range of building materials. We start off by building the TNT duper first. And with that completed, we can start on the first drying out platform, which basically creates an infinite supply of clay by drying out the mud. And then we build another platform, yet another platform, and the final platform. And in order to almost finish the farm, we need to build an automatic mud placer so that the entire farm can operate. And we just do a little bit of this. And then if we place stripstone on every single platform, with that, the entire farm is completed. But we've already run into our first problem. We have no dirt, which leads us to an automatic dirt farm, which we can make just like this. Just like that, this farm now produces an infinite number of dirt by converting 2 dirt and 2 gravel, of which we have an infinite supply of gravel, into 4 total dirt, and then the process is repeated. And with that, the dirt farm is completed. Now we can just head on back over to our mining island, and then we can test out this terracotta farm. Now that the terracotta farm, along with every single other farm, is completed, we can build a path to connect all of the farms together. And with the path completed, linking up all of our farms together, as well as building the nether portal, this entire mining island is completed. And if you made it this far, chances are you enjoyed the video, so make sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. You can watch the entire series from the beginning on the left, or you can watch this video on the right.